beautiful evening here in Chicago, Illinois, as we take a look at the iconic high-rises of downtown Chicago. Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, with Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, taking a look at Paul George, what will we see from him?
And one thing he does as well as anybody, Kevin, is track the ball with his hands. Quick, strong, active. So when you go up for a shot, he's always going to be looking to strip it on the way up.
And also, Steve, I think he's the definition of a lockdown defender. It doesn't matter what style of player he's up against. He can handle just about anything that's thrown at him.
Earlier this season, it was Chicago coming away with the loss in this matchup against the Detroit Pistons. Prior to that loss, they hadn't lost in this matchup, Clark. Now they only have the edge 2-1.
They just couldn't get the ball in the basket that day, guys. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, it's hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yeah, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. They need to work a lot harder to get good shots today.
Here's Rose. Off the left rim and out.
Well, for those of you who've been sleeping or under a rock for the last few years, Anthony Davis, the #1 pick of the 2012 NBA draft, is 6'10" with a 7'6" wingspan. The all-time NCAA freshman record holder for blocks in the season and a potential superstar big man in the NBA.
And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for Davis, outstanding in the NBA from day one.
Yeah, defensively, an elite shot blocker and rebounder, and offensively, very talented as a ball handler and finisher. He just needs to get stronger, and as he grows, as he matures, I think Davis will be a perennial all-star.
Boozer hits them both. Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to Cleveland.
And guys, they were really plagued by foul trouble in that one. Forced them into some makeshift lineups late in the game.
And Steve, the frustrating part for me in that situation is you can defend without fouling. Just move your feet and don't use your hands.
Well, he's someone who can just demolish you on the glass, and that's really his goal when he goes into the game. He is looking to dominate the paint.
Another area where he excels is on one of the most fundamental plays in basketball, the pick and roll. He will lower the boom on the defender with a solid screen and then is terrific at rolling into space and getting the basket.
And he's good on the second. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And it's Rose penetrating. Butler. The dish to Noah. Chandler with the defensive effort.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
They get it back. Matthews passes to Davis. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Well, he took that defender head on and threw down the two-hander power jam.
Straight power there, guys.
Now, you got to love his determination.
Wes Matthews was undrafted out of Marquette back in 2009. But he ended up not only making the team in Utah, but starting as a rookie for the Jazz. He solidified himself as a quality wing in this league, and he's a tough defender who can make the outside shot, and you always know what you're going to get from him at both ends of the floor.
Now here's Teague. Carlos Boozer able to get his shot to go. Davis kicks to Chandler, and he dunks it down.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
And Clark, you talked about the toughness for Wes Matthews until last season. You know, Steve, he had never missed a game.
250 straight games to start his career. He's battled through pain to always try to get the job done for his teammates. One of my favorite players in the league, just a tough, physical player who can knock down threes. Somebody you want on your squad.
His dad played in the NBA for a while.
That's right. I'm sensing, guys, this game is starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. The Pistons shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. That free throw good from George. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Snell. They can't stop the run with that one.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
A nice shot by Teague.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Heinrich a screen on Teague. Augustine. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But, Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Pistons lead by 12. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.